This is Kris Wu, one of the biggest K-pop star in the world, who worked in Triple X Return of Xander Cage. He walked at red carpets of the most prestigious fashion event. Forbes listed Wu in the 30 Under 30 Asia 2017, and Wu presented China at 59th Annual Grammy Awards. He collaborated with LV and Bulgari. He was the most influential Chinese celebrities of his generation. He had a dedicated audience and lovable fan base around the world. But on 8 July 2021, one girl posted something on her social media.
And I remember this one incident when we all landed in Toronto and I was sitting in my car and suddenly I could hear lots of girls screaming. And I was like, what is happening? Like, who is this? And I turned and it was Kris.
And I remember my Instagram and my phone almost completely broke when I posted my first photo with Kris. I had no idea how popular he was.
7月带走吴亦凡，8月全国吴亦凡。加拿大人吴亦凡涉嫌强奸罪被警方刑拘。本来以为他是个 rapper， 没想到竟是个 rapper。Freestyle 现在只有 style 没有 free。他前脚说如果有这类行为自己进监狱，后脚就进了看守所。
You're super pretty. I really like you. Are you really obedient? You didn't foolishly give in everything, right?
I think this is disrespectful to women. What do you mean by everything?
I really want to find a girlfriend.
I really want a girlfriend!
I'm a good boy!
November 1990, Guangzhou, China. Kris Wu was born.
吴先生，今天祝你生日快乐！你知道他们都是你的粉丝，你们有什么东西跟
I love you! I love you! 生日快乐！我懂我懂。
His real name is Wu Yifan. When he was just 10, his parents got divorced, but he stayed with his mother and migrated to Vancouver, Canada. He stayed there till late his teenage years. Since his teenage years, he really wanted to step in his game in entertainment industry. Therefore, after a year later, he hit the nail on the head. In 2007, he took part in SM Entertainment Global Audition held in Vancouver. SME Entertainment is one of the largest entertainment companies of South Korea and has been responsible for fostering and popularizing the career of many K-pop stars. He was selected as a trainee, but because of the damn requirement of K-pop industries, he had to go through the plastic surgeries so that he would be acceptable by their standards. Later on, in 2008, he traveled to Seoul, South Korea. He was burning the midnight oil for straight 4 years. Therefore, in 2012, SME decided to launch this pretty good phase as a 11th member of band EXO. After his debut, this band have become very famous in K-pop industry. When they dropped their first album, it took the fans' heart away. But he left the group in 2014. This shit is kind of very hard to digest for his fans. On May 15, 2014, he filed a lawsuit against his ex-company because he was overworked and this shit was affecting his health. He took medication to do the work. Therefore, SME responded in the same way. Both lawsuits were blaming each other. After this lawsuit came, he wanted to become a solo artist and focus on music and acting in China. He starred in several Chinese film and television drama and become the spokesperson of international brands including LV and Porsche.
always been busy since you start working, but last couple of years you've been like busier than ever. So I heard like 9 movies in 2 years. Could you just explain a little bit about last couple of years?
Yes, last couple of years I've been focusing a lot on movies, so 9 movies, yes. I had like maybe 2 or 3 cameos, like smaller parts, but still, yeah, the schedule was a little crazy.
Now, he had a very dedicated fan base and everyone was loving him. But whenever Kris was asked in an interview about why he left EXO band, every time he gave different answers. Health issues, officials were controlling him, he wanted to become a solo star. He gave likewise these answers all the time. He was making situation more fabricating on his own by giving different answer every time. Because of this, his fans criticized him. Later on, disgusting allegations keep on coming on him about sexual assault and rape in minors. These allegations added fuel to the fire.
Kris Wu's 2013 rumored ex-girlfriend Linxia. In 2013, Linxia exposed Wu fan and posted picture of the two of them in bed. But at that time, Wu fans were very large and they denied it for the idol and resolutely denied that Wu fan was the one in the picture. Linxia suffered cyber violence and was forced to retreat. She said her grandmother was also overly sad because of these news and died unexpectedly. When he denied all these allegations, she replied in the comment section, "Be patient and keep calm, wait for me."
But this also poses a question that didn't SME official know about these allegations? Hands down, answer would be yes. Therefore, whatever the lawsuit both parties had filed was just part of a game. Both parties have shaken the hands with each other so that the image will remain clean to their dedicated audience. But on 8 July 2021, Do Meiju accused Wu of sexual misconduct in the post of Weibo. She accused Wu of sexual assaulting her when she was just 17. She also uploaded screenshot of message from alleged victims who have said they were lured into the playing drinking games and spending the night with Wu. Some girls have not even attained 14 years of age. Kris would lure innocent girls by telling them he would give them opportunities, and after that he did that rape shit. This is how he approached Meiju.
Hello, I'm a manager at an agency. Are you considering going into the filming industry? The agency is expanding, and after seeing your exceptional visuals and other characteristics on Vivo, I wanted to get in touch with you. We can talk a bit more. Can I please get your contact information?
Which agency is this?
It's a one-man agency. I'm currently expanding by singing new artists.
Okay.
Okay, I'll add you. Hello. Are you taking the college entrance exam this year?
Yes. Hahaha, I just took them.
I'm manager at Wu Fan Pan Studio. I'm also a manager taking care of Fan Pan right now. This year, we are recruiting new artists and preparing to expand in the industry.
They approached her by these two accounts. Obviously, they deleted when it all came out. After that, on 5 Dec 2020, Feng, who was Kris Wu's manager, invited Do Meiju to the male idol's home for social gatherings under the guise of having an audition of female lead in MV. There were only 10 people. They were playing board games and drinking together at that night. By 7 AM next day, others left one by one. Kris and Do Meiju were alone. She wasn't in her senses because of the drink, but by the next day when she woke up, she found herself naked in the Kris bed. He was keep on convincing her that about how he can give opportunities in the K-pop industry, and commensurate, he took the advantage of her all the time before she came forward in the public.
He's so young and he's so talented.
These kind of message Wu sent to Meiju. I am awake. What time does your class end today?
Class ends a bit after 8 p.m.
Then I'll pick you up a bit after 8 p.m. and I miss you so much.
Okay, but we might only be able to meet up for a little bit over an hour.
That short? Are you still in Beijing? I'm coming back tonight. Should we meet? On the one hand, people believed her cause these kind of allegation has been coming since 2015. But His team always helped him to get rid of this shit.
Weibo user Zhaolu classmate, she revealed that she had been scolded and spread rumors by many people for posting about Kris Wu in 2019. And she also said Wu fan teams gave her hush money and asked her to delete Weibo post and admit that what she said was wrong at that time. She revealed that her friend was also a victim of Kris Wu.
On the other hand, people were opposing her. Then she posted these screenshots.
Even after getting cyberbullying and receiving death threats, I still find it difficult to accept the fact that you love many girls at once and that I, Du Mezu, am I only one of them. Hi everyone, I am Du Mezu. Since a certain incident, my name has been associated with such negativity. As someone who grew up in single-parent household, I agree that there might be flaws in my personality, like not only being very confident or feeling very insecure when it comes to love, but I think my better characteristics also come from my situation at home. I've always been alone and isolated since I was young, even though my mom was always busy and couldn't be with me all the time. I never had to worry about my quality of my life. My grandparents were there for me as I grew up, so I know how to be grateful and work hard. I try to stay strong, to become better and better, and to live my life optimistically.
She also shared a note from her doctor revealing that she had a depression and anxiety and that the state of her health is very poor. These chats also revealed that he assaulted her. Therefore, everyone was starting supporting her. Kris also tried to send her settlement money, but she didn't accept that thing and sent that damn amount back to him. The sad part here, his mom is the person who sent money to Mizu. Mother, who's a woman, tried to save her innocent-faced child who did rape with another woman. It's really disgusting. When Mizu posted screenshot on her social media handle which motivates other victims. Therefore, more victims were coming forward.
He kept drinking with me afterwards and we had a bit too much. That day at the hotel, I became unconscious, but we still did it. Everything was blurred to me when I woke up the next day. I couldn't really remember what happened because I drank too much. I left first, then the day after he wanted me at the hotel again to keep him a company, and I really thought I might be getting romantically involved with a celebrity. But I didn't know if I should be scared or happy. It was feeling that can't be described.
Baby, can you come keep me company today? I can't fall asleep without you here. I didn't have anything to do after going on stage, so I came back. I miss you. Can you come keep me company? Do you want to come together? I just saw your feed. You two know each other. I also know. Ha ha ha.
Zhang Dansen, who was born in 1997, was former member of Chinese girl group SNH48. She said after seeing Du Meizu's battle with Wu Fan, she thought of her own experience. She said after seeing Du Meizu battle with Wu Fan, she thought of her own experience and didn't sleep all the night. In the morning of the July 19th, she posted a message and revealed her chat history with Wu Fan. Judging from her chat records, it was Wu Fan who added her as friends, took the initiative to chat with her and constantly confessed that he liked her very much. Hoped that the two would meet. He said he was too busy at work and hoped that the Zhang Dansen would go see him. He also inquired about Zhang Dansen's love history and unintentionally or unconsciously revealed that he liked well-behaved girls. He questioned her whether she had been in a physical relationship with and proclaimed that a girl's first time is very important and men won't have something called first time. She said they met at hotel in Zishan and Wu Fan's physical movement also made her extremely uncomfortable. He said he tried hugging and feeding her with his mouth and touched her chest on a first date. Zhang Danzen recalled that fortunately she had a good drinking capacity and she refused Wu Fan close contact and escaped safely. Anastasia is only 17-year-old. She once chatted with Wu Fan. In the chat history, Wu Fan asked her how many men she had talked to and whether she had slept with others. I will referring her as X once posted a message on the internet about Kris Wu, but she was scolded by netizens and fans until she deleted the post. She said after seeing Zhang Densen's evidence, she realized that she was cheated again by Kris Wu. It's not difficult to find out from the chats record posted by X that when Zhang Densen went to Zishan to meet Kris Wu, X was also there with him and waiting in the hotel room. She stayed with Kris Wu for 3 days at that time. She said she is a fan of Wu fan, liked very much, and she thought that they were in love. But after a few sweet days, Wu fan abandoned her. SNH48 group member Yu Jai, who was born in 1998, is a member of Chinese girl group SNH48. She also posted a chat record with Wu fan. In the chat, Wu fan actually said to her, "If I had a daughter, I would definitely protect her." Kris Wu recalled once seeing mothers say, "I taught my daughter how to protect herself for 20 years, yet you could teach your son to not hurt her." He said he felt distressed and has always been careful. He also said, "Unless I really got together with her, I will never hurt her. Unless it's the type of girl that play around. The whatever they might even think, they have taken a big advantage."
So at 8:06 a.m., he texts Sunny.
Let me see you.
What is there to see?
Question mark?
Question mark?
Wait, they're both texting each other question mark. She said, "What is there to see?" Wants to someone's like, question mark?
Question mark?
And then she said, question mark.
Yes. And he goes,
"What's wrong with wanting to see you? So disobedient."
Wow. Don't lie. Have you ever said that to a girl?
So disobedient?
So disobedient, so naughty, so bad.
I said naughty.
So obedient is like kind of an odd term in China, but they use it as an endearing way. It's like saying so naughty, right? It's a man trying to tell. Yeah, it's like trying to be all dominant and like, I'm a man. Usually it's not used in like a super toxic setting. It's more like banter, right? But sometimes it can come off as cringe. I think it's just, you gotta know your audience. So Sunny responds, hit it, Sunny.
There are so many girls that you like. Are you able to look at all of them?
Question mark?
I don't understand.
I haven't been sleeping well these days. Every night I think of you.
Before posting screenshot, she gave him ultimatum to give her apology.
July 18, 2021. Du Meizu claimed she has enough of evidence to put Kris Wu in jail for at least 10 years. She gave him ultimatum 24 hours to hold a press conference to announce his withdrawal from the Chinese entertainment industry, apologize to everyone and leave China, or she will go even further. One of the claims she added was that Kris Wu had an STD, sexually transmitted disease, while seeing a girl, which forced her to get an abortion.
Kris Wu denies accusation. But 8 August 2021, one underage rape victim from California revealed that before she could enter the venue, he took my phone so that I won't be able to record anything and contact another person. In the party, he gave her multiple drinks. As the minute as I came in unconscious position, he sexually assaulted me. He didn't even use protection. He also has STD. Just imagine, he knows that he has STD, but he still did it with every girl, knowingly. He used the strategy with every girl. After this whole shit, 8 August 2021, CNSA also took action. Online streaming platforms such as Yuko, IKEUI, and Tencent have removed works related to UIFun. Tencent, who had a collaboration deal with UIFun, immediately terminated the arrangements and notified him when the incident first came to light. Gradually, brands and movies were cancelling their deals. Kris Wu's studio and companies were closed. And this is the interview of Du Meizu at that time.
What was your first reaction when you woke up? I couldn't think straight. I only come to believe that what happened after staring at the ceiling and spacing out for a while. Wu was beside me and hadn't woken up yet. I didn't even know how to be angry at that time. I just didn't know what to do. Wu never wears a condom, not only with me but also with others. At that time, I just wanted to get dressed and run. But when I got out of the room, his older male cousin was sleeping in the living room. His cousin didn't leave, and that was the only time out of all the times Wu and I have been together, where his cousin didn't leave. Having thought about it afterward, he was afraid I would call the police after waking up. I went back to the bedroom and stood beside the bed for a while until he woke up. He asked why I was standing up and pulled me to lie in the bed. I lost the ability to think at that point. He said he would be responsible and take care of me for the rest of my life and take me to meet his mom during New Year. He seemed very sincere, different from his movies. At least he was the best actor that day.
But then on 16th August 2021, he was officially arrested. In the morning of November 2025-2020, Beijing Choyang People Court of First Instance came to a decision regarding the rape and group licentiousness case for defendant Kris Wu for rape. Defendant Kris Wu has been sentenced to 11 years and 6 months in prison plus deportation. For group licentiousness, he has been sentenced to 1 year and 10 months in prison. Combined, he is sentenced to 13 years in prison plus deportation. I know very well there are still small number of fans who still choose to support you, Ifan, after seeing this all shit. Whatever you see online, it's not true. Everyone has mask on their face, which hide their real identity. Maybe your favorite celebrity is involved in this kind of shit, but you don't know about them. At least he got 13 years of punishment, but these two monsters are still freely moving.